When we first started working in a hybrid environment, productivity increased quite a lot, about 20%. But what I've noticed over time is it's started to wane. How do you maintain that? In my program, Leading Hybrid Teams Effectively, I talk about the 3 pillars of leadership in a hybrid environment. How does a leader inspire their people? How does a leader equip their people? And how does a leader appraise their work when working in a hybrid way? You need all 3 of those to maintain momentum without burning up all your time. Recently, I've been working with an engineering firm that found just that initially productivity was high when people started working in a flex way, but over time it dropped off. What should have taken 6 hours was taking 8 hours, projects weren't getting finished on time, and there were overruns. What was going wrong? Well, in their case, it turned out it was the equip part of the equation that was missing. Remember the inspire, equip and appraise? It turned out that the leaders weren't equipping their people with what was surprising to me, with the permission to make decisions. So people were finishing the work and then asking permission to send off a document or sign off on projects. In a physical workplace, it might have been easy to say, hey, I need a bit of a hand of this. Is this set to go or not? But in a hybrid environment, there often can be delays between the leadership gets the chance to talk to the people and the work that needs to get done. What do you do about that? Well, the reason that people, your leaders, may be reluctant to equip people is they might be concerned about the quality of the work. And here's where the 3rd part of that dynamic comes in, appraise. You need to appraise the work to make sure it's of a sufficient quality. And once you've done that a few times, you'll feel comfortable to equip your people to make the decisions for themselves. So coming back to maintaining momentum again and making sure it's not getting held up, be sure it's not being held up because you haven't given your people the permission to do things or the tools or the know-how to go ahead with things. Because remember, you're not going to be around to answer their questions instantly. Think again, any action you do as a leader, am I inspiring my people? Am I equipping them? And am I appraising their work? And if it's not one of those, should you be doing that? I look forward to seeing you in the next video where we talk a bit about appraising.